Hello everyone, I'm Wuwei, and I want to briefly talk about my letter that I had written to Dr. Robert Bergenuar of the Chancellor of the UC Berkeley. And of course I appealed to him to appropriate the resource to the study of the human soul. And the letter was sent, on December 1st, 2011. Means last year's December 1st, almost 1 year. Okay, and then a couple of weeks ago I met with him. But anyway, I believe in this world, many people are very busy for anything, but to my opinion, to explore the truth of a human soul that I have discovered is important. It's the essence of a lot of miraculous things. It's the essence of the ESP phenomena, and actually our soul is the base of the people's belief that there is a God or any religion. And it's just that there are a lot of misconception and misunderstanding about the soul, and we had decoded the myth of the souls, and through a lot of ESP phenomena experience and a lot of experiment and a lot of enlightenment. Because Wuwei was a skeptic for any unknown or unexplained phenomena, and it's my belief system. I have never easily believed anything. I usually believe that nothing could be true until proven true. So I am very careful, I'm very skeptic, and I still finally believe that my experience through thousands times of experiment or personal experience about the soul perception, and it's very convincing to me. And so I appeal to the science community to pay more attention on my theory, and to focus more on the exploration of the scientific and material human soul entity. So I wrote a letter to the Chancellor of the UC Berkeley, and I believe at the beginning no one will pay much attention, but that's how the truth of some creative and unknown discovery has been facing in the past, in the history. They're always like that, but it doesn't matter, because Wuwei are very clear about my principle, that it's not for my own interest, it's not for my personal gain or even fame. What's important is that before the end of my life, I do something for the human society, and that's exactly what I have in my mind when I was very young, when I was about 8 years old, 10 years old. So I will try my best to do something for everyone, and especially try to solve the myth of the soul or the myth of God. Okay, and so I have great character in opening mind, but yet are very skeptical for anything that cannot be explained or cannot be understood. Okay, but anyway, for the letter I wrote about 10 points. The first point is the existence of a physical soul body, because that soul body is not the imaginative, it's not the one that the people were thinking about, guessing about, with a lot of make-up story, or like 捕風捉影, like you're chasing the shadow in order to make things real. It's not. Through my experiment, through my experiences, I have a way to prove that why it exists, because it's just our magnetic field entity. Human beings, you know, whenever you start the heart beating and thinking, there's the current, okay, the electricity, you know, running through your body that generate the your magnetic field, and that's our soul entity. And why? There's a lot of reason to it. I will explain, and because I've done a lot of experiments, and that's the case. And the second point is that the perception of the physical soul body. The soul body, since it's the magnetic field entity, it is very sensitive, and it could perceive a very light or slim or trifle hitting. It means how to say that in English? Means it's very sensitive. It could feel even the hitting from as tiny as the particle. So it caused all the miraculous perception, like flying, and you know, a lot a special perception that the human being in the past cannot understand. Cannot understand the cause that generated. So the perception of the physical soul body, the soul sense, the sixth sense, and the perception of the physical soul body really exist. But such senses are usually being overlapped and overwhelmed by the much stronger five senses. Okay, so that's why we would not apprehend the perception of our soul in the usual time, right? Not until your subjective consciousness has been, you know, disrupted, and you switch your attention and to the sixth sense, okay, and a lot of the things that I need to explain in the future. The third point is that the existence of the physical conscious stream. When human beings think, and that's the outcome of my experiment, when you think, there's a consciousness stream emit out from your brain, and that would transmit data and to communicate with the data in the space. And that's very interesting and very special. And that conscious stream affect the particle in the space that generate the conscious stream movement and the wave, and that wave hit our soul body. And since the wave hitting our soul body, and that caused the perception of the soul flying. Our soul does not really fly out, but the wave of the particle of the conscious stream make it feel like it's flying, and there's a lot to explain. The fourth point is the conscious stream carries bidirectional information. Such kinds of conscious stream come out from your brain and your mind, carry the bidirectional information. It emits out the information, the data, and the data come into your mind and your brain, and then you can perceive it with your soul perception, not the regular mind, not the regular brain. Okay, the fifth point is that there is the electromagnetic ray that emanates out from the human eyes, and that's what when I meditate into a certain level, I go into the thing, or it's like in English probably in trance, but it's not a right word though. Into the total stillness of the meditation, then you switch your subjective consciousness into the what was that called?
Subliminal?
Subliminal consciousness. And then you would have the perception of such kinds of soul perception. And then, no.
The battery is out.
The battery is down.
For your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Let me plug it into the.
Oh, but can you hear me now?
I should be able to.
It's okay. Yeah, just turn off and let's start to continue again.
Okay.